If you are looking for a spicy, spooky read, I have just the series for you. It is called the Hellbent series. And I know you guys just saw me recently get this in book mail, but I had actually read this series prior to getting it in book mail from the publisher. Book 1 is My Funny Demon Valentine. Book 2 is My Demon Hunter. Book 3 is Demon with Benefits. And book 4 just came out, and it is called Guardian Demon. I have not read that one yet. I'm hoping to get to it before spooky season is over, but if not, that's okay. I'm still gonna get to it. Like I said, I had read this prior to getting these in publisher mail. I absolutely loved this series regardless. That is why obviously I'm recommending it to you. So let's talk a little bit about the series. Obviously, if you have not taken any context from the names, they have to do with a group of demons. And these guys, without giving a whole lot of spoilers away, they are a group of demons that just did not fit in hell, so they kind of escaped, I guess is a good way to put it, or ran, or just whatever. They left hell, and they want to try to just live their lives on earth the best they can. And obviously things happen and they fall for some people. I don't want to give a whole lot, way more than that, but each book focuses on a different demon. I'm going to say they are not super dark. Well, they do have some things that each one goes through, and they do have some darker topics. The books, I think, overall really do have like a lighter feel to them. They are paranormal romance, so they are set in current times, so that's also great too. I don't know if you're somebody who prefers more of a fantasy or paranormal, but these ones are set in current times, which is kind of cool too. But they do have some areas where they are going to have a lot more of the fantasy aspect kind of tied in with it. Obviously, where you have demons and whatnot played in there, you are going to have a lot of fantasy influences. So that's really fun as well. Obviously, that is something we are definitely looking for during the spooky season. Well, they are fairly complex. They are not overly complex. So they would be great for somebody who is newer to the genre. And again, somebody like myself who is experienced and does need something a little bit deeper. You know, we do not do well with super, I don't know about everybody else, but for me, I need stuff that's a little bit more complex, or I do get bored. These ones were good enough for me. Obviously, they had enough, there was enough layers to everything to where I was easily, you know, captivated and hooked into the story. So again, I recommend these for people who are more experienced with the paranormal and fantasy aspect, as well as beginners. I think you will all be able to follow along as a beginner. And like I said, it's complex enough for somebody who is definitely more experienced to the genre. So you heard me say spicy. They are quite spicy. I would say anywhere from 3 spices to 4 spices, depending on how you rate your spicy and how you like spicy. For me, we know I like my books quite spicy. For me, they would be, you know, mid upper 3, maybe really lower 4. So like I said, it really just depends. They are quite spicy though, so I just want to give you a heads up with that one. They are not overly spicy. They're not so spicy that you lose the plot. Each book does have a plot. Book 1, I think, is the one with kind of the least amount of plot. Don't get me wrong, it still has a plot, but I think it does have less plot than the previous 2 books. The other 2 books I feel like have a lot more story and a lot more plot going on. Like I said, you kind of have, in the spice varies per book. I hate to say that, but each book kind of has a different amount of spice versus plot. They really do. But either way, they still are really, really spicy. And as you can see, the books themselves are absolutely gorgeous. They are also available on Kindle Unlimited. So if you were somebody who, you know, has to have, you know, ebooks instead of physical books, then that as well. And they also are on audio. Personally, myself, when I did listen to the audio version and read them on Kindle Unlimited. So you could do both. It's up to you. That's why I said I had not done it yet, because I was waiting for the audio to come out. I just do not jump willy-nilly. I wanted the audio to read along, because that is just who I am. I am an immersive reader, so I prefer to have the audio with books if I can get it. We know that's just how I work. But definitely this is one that I'm going to recommend. I think you should definitely check this out. You have 4 different, or well, the 4th book is out. I just haven't read it. You have different demons with each one. You have each different complexes, each different emotions they have to work through. And they each have like their own backstories and like they're kind of traumatic. Like, I mean, you have to think of like what you would go through hell. So they're kind of traumatic backstories. I'm not gonna lie to you. They are traumatic backstories. So I would say definitely, you know, and the girls, they don't have it easy peasy either. So they are a little bit heavier, but like I said, they still remain really light. They do have some trigger warnings, so definitely check out your trigger warnings, even though they have a lighter feel in the book. Like I said, they do have some stuff, and I hate for people to be like, oh my gosh, I jumped into these books that you recommended and it triggered me. Just check the trigger warnings, because I hate for somebody's like mental health. We always should put mental health first. So anyways, I love these books. They are perfect for spooky season, and I think you just might too.